Alright YouTube, I am here. I decided to go ahead and start up another Napoleon Total War campaign. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to bring you the Egypt campaign from Napoleon Total War. And this is Napoleon's campaign in Egypt, not to be confused as me playing as Egypt. In this campaign, Napoleon's goals are to take Egypt, and then also go secure a port at Jaffa. Let's take a look at our objectives. It says right now my target is Cairo, and the victory conditions are right here. I have to take the following regions that you can see listed there. And once I gain those regions, then I will be able to win. And I have to complete it by the end of the turn in late December 1800. So it looks like I have almost 2 years to do so, and the turns are only about 2 weeks long on here. So I do have quite a number of turns, but we're going to want to piece together a nice strategy. So, one of the first targets you have in this campaign is Cairo, which is right here. And that means you have to cut a pretty good swath into the territory of the Mamelukes. And so that can be kind of problematic because you can leave cities pretty well undefended. And in some campaigns, the computer doesn't attack you a lot, but the Mamelukes attack you constantly and persistently. And also you've got the Bedouins who send large forces, and then over here you've got the Ottoman Empire who will begin to invade, and then just to keep things even more interesting, the British annoy you with raids from Cyprus. So here's what I did. I played this campaign and it was an absolute mess. And eventually I won, but it was a mess. So I put the campaign on easy, put the battle settings on hard, so that I could make a feasible campaign out of this. That way I wouldn't be attacking by, hopefully be attacked by huge armies of Mamelukes and stuff on every single turn. Let's see how it works out. Now here's going to be my strategy. I am going to need to push on into Palestine eventually. And what I'm going to do is try and train 2 armies. One to push against the Mamluks, and another to push through the Mamluks and on to the Ottoman Empire. And part of me wants to just go, like, I would love to just go blast Cyprus right away and get rid of the British in the theater, but they have a very tough naval force, and so it would be incredibly dangerous for me to try and float an army up there. And another thing that you're going to run into as a problem on this campaign is you're going to have very little money. So it gets to be very tricky. You definitely want to expand quickly to get some cash. So let's take a look at the armies I have in the field. Here I have a general, and a couple of line infantry, and some light infantry, Shimshasha Serval. Let's take the troops I have in town, go meet them up with my smaller army. And let's take Napoleon, who starts with a pretty tough army here. And we'll start marching towards Palestine with Napoleon. And to do so, I'll march straight towards this city here. And then in our home city, we're going to want to train some more troops immediately. So we're going to train some line infantry and some cavalry. Alright, let's take a look at... Oh, I don't have any research going on yet because I don't have a school. So let's go ahead and end the first turn. So here comes the Mamluks, of course, right away, as I predicted. I thought I had turned off the stupid campaign advice. Yes, I do have it off, so I wonder why they're giving me advice. Oh well. Alright, well the Mamluks are going to attack my troops here in Alexandria, which is annoying because I just moved. This is what I say that's annoying about this campaign, is you get attacked non-stop. So now I'm going to have to bring Napoleon back, stop the Mamluks, and they run off, of course, because they've brought a force that's entirely too weak to be attacking my city. But they will harass you simply because you cannot leave a giant army in every city. And that's where this definitely gets annoying. So we're going to besiege this city, and I'm going to leave Napoleon here for the remainder of this turn to kind of ward off the Mamluks. I would go ahead and build what I can build here, but the Mamluk army will just go and tear it down, so there's no point. Alright, so here I get a giant reward if I capture Cyprus, and I would like to, but I'm going to have to build a large navy to do so. And at the moment I just simply do not have the cash for such a venture. Okay, now that I've got some troops training in Alexandria, I'm going to go ahead and again move Napoleon out towards Palestine. And I'm going to go ahead and start recruiting yet more troops in Alexandria to make sure that I can hold the settlements that I do capture. So we'll end the turn again. Alright, it looks like the Mamluks are going to come out and fight me at... oh, I can't see the name of this city. But in any case, let's go ahead and fight this though. I'm going to start assaulting their troops right here. And I'm going to move my Fusilier of the line down to support my skirmishers, and I'm going to keep my Fusilier in a long thin lines in order to get the most fire out of them as possible. And I'm trying to let my horses get a moment to rest, and then as soon as the Mamluk units get engaged, I will immediately charge them in the rear. So here my men are firing off their first volleys at this armed populace, which seems to be a really high quality unit. They're walking around with swords, they're cruddy looking pantaloons. Not going to be very much of a threat. In fact, I'm pretty sure my men are going to quite easily gun them down before they do any real damage. And while my opponent is thus distracted, I'm going to charge from behind with my Chasseur Cheval and cause some real damage. This is where it becomes nice to fight the AI. Boring, to say the least, but nice because they're stupid. Here they're just marching these melee troops in front of my men. I suppose that the Mamluks are trying to help me by improving my accuracy. I appreciate it. Alright, so here I just charged their peasant levy from the rear, routed it, and now I'm engaging their general, which is a member of this Mamluk light cavalry. And they are good light cavalry, and they'll put up a good fight. But I have them outnumbered, and I should be able to win that. Oh, they've got their peasant, or their armed populace coming to assist. But then again, I'm shooting their general in the back. My horses are going to take some pretty severe casualties, but I would hope that they can win this fight. Well, maybe not. They're surrounded now. So what I'll do is I'll pull my horses through. I'll try my little trick and see if it works. I may lose a unit in the process. I hope not. There we go. I think it's going to work. So yeah, I'm going to pull my horses out of the fight and hopefully lure his horses into fire from my line infantry. And I'm going to take some losses because of that, but it'll lure my opponent into a position that's better for me to fight in. Yep, there goes his general. Looks like the majority of the Mamluk troops are routing. Not that this was a very tough battle to begin with. I really had the computer badly outgunned, and I probably could have auto-resolved, but every now and then, just like on Rome Total War, you do get really cheap auto-resolve results. So I'm going to go ahead and quit filming this. It's enough of this. Alright, here's the results from that fight. Wasn't too tough. And of course, just as I said, the Mamluks were going to come right back and assault my city as soon as I marched Napoleon away. It's one of the things that I hate about campaign in the Total War games. It's like they've programmed the computer to be as annoying as possible. And it looks like I captured the settlement, and if I peacefully occupy it, the people are going to be angry. And if I loot it, I get money, and the people are going to be angry. So I think I'll be looting and taking the money, given the option between angry populace and angry populace. Go ahead and get the buildings to repairing, and we'll build an army encampment there as well. So it says I captured a reason, we looted it, that's good. My army should be automatically replenishing because I have a general, plus I'm in a city. My city here should be able to defend itself just fine because I have all of those peasant levy that I can use to help out. And let's see, Napoleon is on his way to push on this city up here. And I'm just going to go ahead and demand their surrender here. and they do surrender, and since it won't anger the people, I'm going to peacefully occupy the city, and then that way I won't have to rebuild a bunch of buildings, and I'll start improving this city so that it makes the people happy. Alright, so we've gone ahead and got the campaign started. We've captured a couple of regions. All may seem well for now, but trust me, this campaign just gets uglier as time goes on. Hope you're enjoying it thus far though, and I sure wish this campaign advice would shut up since I have it turned off.